Hi, I'm Carol Weston. Thanks for coming to my home. Thanks for watching Girl Talk with Carol. I am the author of Girl Talk, which has been translated into a dozen languages, and I'm the Dear Carol advice columnist at Girls Life. So I hear from your daughters, and I have some tips for you that I hope will help you enjoy your daughter and get along with her as well as possible. Number one, agree with her. Every so often, just say, exactly, that's so true, you're right, I agree. Maybe there's some music or some TV or some books that you both have in common, even during these years when there's so much you don't have in common. Number two, respect her privacy. If she trusts you with something that's important to her, whether it's about a first kiss or something that happened in school, don't let her hear you telling your sister or even telling your husband. Try to respect her privacy, because otherwise that door will shut and you'll be shut out. Number three, praise. Praise works like Miracle-Gro. This doesn't mean you should be telling her that her hair looks great or you love the new shoes. You can say that too, because you want your daughter to feel confident. But it's more like, wow, you handled that situation really well. Praise her. It means so much to kids. They do crave your attention even when they don't show it. Number four, listen, don't lecture. If she says, I'm so upset that he dumped me, don't say, oh, please, you should never even have gone out with that jerk. Say, oh, honey, I'm sorry you're hurting. And you can still convey whatever it is you're thinking. But often a kid really wants to know that you're listening. And she just wants you to hug her. She doesn't always want a torrent of words. Number five, welcome her friends over. Yeah, I know it's messy. I know you got to buy them pizza. But really, if you can have your house at least sometimes be the place where kids convene, then you can have a better sense of who her friends are and what is going on. And that is worth all sorts of pizza money. Number six, lower your voice. Look, your child's a teenager or maybe a preteen. It's appropriate, but frustrating that she's going to fly off the handle a lot. But you're a grown-up. So yeah, I know. I'm a grown-up too. I'm a mom. I have two daughters. I know that sometimes you're going to either lose it or almost lose it, but try not to. If she starts screaming, it's actually kind of great if you can say, I can tell you're really upset and I'm listening to you, as opposed to starting to scream back. Number seven, share your views. Believe it or not, she does hear what you're saying. So if you're repeating the same messages over and over, that's not so effective. But if you're both in the car looking straight forward, sometimes that's a way to talk and it's less awkward. Go ahead, and if you see somebody on a motorcycle, say, boy, I hope you're never going to get on a motorcycle. That, by the way, was the one thing my parents asked of me, and I never, ever got on a motorcycle because I knew it was important to them. Number eight, play ball or play cards. I usually have a deck of cards in my purse because I know that if we're waiting in a cafe and there's suddenly an awkward moment or a silence with the four of us, if I say, who wants to play hearts, my family usually says, great. If you've got little kids, you just know which toys you put in the diaper bag. Well, with big kids, sometimes it's knowing that if you can communicate in a way that's not just talking, but is also playing, that's really fun. Number nine, take advantage of found minutes. Some parents are really, it's lights out, it's 9:30, but if your daughter suddenly wants to talk to you, even if it's a little manipulative, she knows she's getting away with something because it's bedtime, but if that's when she wants to open up, who cares if it's going to take another 5 minutes? If your daughter suddenly wants to talk to you, be prepared to listen, because when she's itty-bitty, she's saying, Mommy, Mommy, Mommy. Well, I'm sure you've noticed that now that she's a teenager, she's not opening up as often. So if she suddenly wants to bake cookies on the weekend and you've got the time, play a little bit along with her rules, because it's going to be so worth it in the long run. Number 10, send an occasional love note. It could be in her backpack or on her pillow or a text. You know, I'm so proud of you, I love you, I'm thinking of you, and I know you have a big test today. That said, don't leave a big, long voicemail on her cell phone, because as you probably have learned by now, she'll see, oh, Mom called, and she won't press voicemail, she'll just call you back. Number 11, your roof, your rules. Sometimes it's easier for your kid at the party to say, oh, I gotta go home, it's almost my curfew, versus not having a curfew at all. So it's okay to establish some rules. And last but not least, number 12, don't expect a perfect kid. I know you were not a perfect kid, so have reasonable expectations. Let your child know when you're so proud of her, let her know when you're disappointed. But what's really important is to keep that conversation going, let her feel the love, and let her know how glad you are to be her mom. I'm telling you, the kids do grow up fast. I'm suddenly empty nesting and I miss my kids. So please make sure that you're raising them well, but that you're also letting them know how much you love them and how much you care about them, so that they're always going to feel free to come home and visit and to call you up and to be sure that you will stay part of their lives, because that's really the goal too, isn't it?